Too bad he's not here. I'd love to have met him. Have a good day.
You too.
Petitioner Sonia Montoya Paz is seeking a restraining order against her boyfriend. She claims he's made violent threats to both her and her mother.
So it's only you here. Your live-in boyfriend is not here and hasn't filed anything or called to say why he's not coming. So we're going forward, okay?
Yes.
So you state, ma'am, that he is your live-in boyfriend and he is the father of your 2 children. You just arrived here from Honduras 3 months ago. About a week ago, he came to your brother's house where you have resided since coming from Honduras, and he was heavily intoxicated. And he threatened you by stating, if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm going to have your mother killed in Honduras, and I'm going to kill you too. If you're not mine, you're not anybody's. You also state that sometime 2 years ago, he had a machete and put it up to your neck and threatened to kill you if you didn't do what he told you to do. And he repeatedly has threatened to kill you. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
No.
First, I'll let you ask questions, counsel, if you have any.
Thank you, Your Honor. On June 9th, 2019,
del 19,
why were you scared when the respondent arrived to the home?
Porque él siempre amenaza cuando llega ya tomado.
because he's always threatening me, especially when he's drinking.
Was June 9th, 2019 the first time you called the
Fue la
police?
primera vez que usted llamó a la policía.
Le habíamos- 2 veces antes le habíamos llamado.
We had called them 2 times before.
And in 2017,
En
when the respondent put a
2017,
machete to your neck,
Cuando le puso un machete al cuello.
what were you fighting about?
Yo vendía fruta y él también quería que yo le diera
I would
para ir
sell
a comprar.
fruits and he wanted me to give him so he could go buy alcohol.
When is the last time that you heard from the respondent?
El fin de semana llegó a la casa de mi hermano
This past weekend, he went to my brother's house
y le dije que le dijo que él iba a regresar a Honduras y
and he said that he was going to go back to Honduras and he was going to take me however he could.
At this moment, are you in fear for your life,
En
Ms.
este
Montoya Paz?
momento, ¿usted está temiendo por su vida, señora Montoya Paz?
sí, porque ya
Yes, because
se va a poner más agresivo al saber que ya tomamos represiva
he's
contra él.
going to get more aggressive now that he knows that this is happening.
What do you think the respondent is capable of doing?
Capaz de matarme.
He's
Ya,
capable of killing me.
ya mató la primera vez.
He already killed once, the first time.
No le va a ser difícil hacerlo así.
It's not going to be difficult for him to do it a second time.
So you said he killed the first time. That was in Honduras?
In Honduras.
So tell me what you know about that situation.
Diciéndome, te va a pasar lo mismo que le
He
pasó a
would
la
say,
otra.
the same thing that happened to the other one is going to happen to you.
Petitioner
So you said he killed the first time. That was in Honduras.
claims he's made violent threats to both her and her mother.
Couple questions for you, ma'am. So you said he killed the first time. That was in Honduras?
In Honduras.
So tell me what you know about that situation.
He had been an in-law of his.
Y tuvieron problemas después de que se había dejado con la
And they
muchacha.
had problems after she left the woman.
Y él en vez de siempre me amenazaba
And since he was always threatening me,
diciéndome, te va a pasar lo mismo que le
he
pasó a
would
la
say,
otra.
the same thing that happened to the other one is going to happen to you.
You came here to live with, he's not your husband, he's your father of your children, correct?
Él no es su esposo, es el padre de sus hijos, ¿cierto? Yes.
So you came here along with your 2 children
Junto con sus
and
2
him.
hijos y él.
Sí.
Yes.
You think he's back in Honduras now or you don't
¿Piensa que
know?
está en Honduras ahora o no sabe?
No sé.
I don't know.
And you're living with some relatives here along with your
Con
children?
parientes aquí junto con... Yes, I'm with a friend.
Okay. So your children are 14 and 10, is
¿Y
that
10?
correct?
¿Cierto? Yes.
Have they witnessed this violence between him and
Han
you in
visto esta
Honduras?
violencia entre the whole life.
So how are they doing?
Bien, son un niño bueno. puedo
Fine,
decir.
they're good children.
Okay. Well, there's no way that kids can watch this type of behavior going on and not be affected by it. So what happens is kids watch this growing up with their family, and then what happens is it then happens with their family. It repeats, the cycle repeats, family, generation. And your kids may think
Y
that's
sus
now
hijos
normal behavior.
Quizás piensen,
No sé. Porque ellos ya lo
Yes.
miraban normal.
because they see it as normal.
Yeah, that's the problem. And you're planning on staying here in the United
¿Usted
States?
piensa quedarse aquí en los Estados
Si Dios lo permite.
Yes, if God permits it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to enter an order that he not have any contact with you. He's not to call you, write you, text you, send messages to your family or friends. That means if you're living with relatives and he's contacting them, trying to get to you, that's a violation of this order. He's not going to have any contact with the children now. I'm going to send him to mandatory counseling. If he's in Honduras, none of this is going to matter. But if he's still in the United States, it's going to matter. He's not going to be allowed to have any gun or ammunition. Do you know if he has a gun?
¿Sabe
No
o no?
sé, no sabe.
I don't know.
Okay, you've never seen him with a gun or heard him speak about a gun?
Aquí, no.
Here, no.
Okay. So it's really important for you because I know you're recently in this country, but it's really important that you keep yourself and your children safe. Make sure that you have what's called a safety plan. That means that you're ready to go if he shows up and you know what to do. You will have this order, and I'm going to ask you to keep the order with you at all times. So if he shows up, say someplace like a shopping mall, you will have that there to be able to show the police that he's not to be around you. And the most important thing is to know to call 911 if he shows up. And we're also going to give you a folder for some additional services. Your children really are going to need to get somebody to speak to them because, like we just discussed, that cycle does continue. And there's all sorts of other horrible things that happen to children when they're exposed to this. Is he violent with the children too?
Grita fuerte y los ha obligado a irle a traer alcohol a fuerza.
He's been acted with him in a strong fashion, and he makes them go get alcohol for him.
Okay, that's lovely. Definitely, it's important that we get some counseling for your kids.
Está bien.
That's fine.
So I know this is a lot we've discussed here today, but do you have any questions?
No.
All right, so we're going to give you the order. The order is going to stay in force and effect until and unless it's modified. That basically means forever. So if you come back and say you don't want it anymore, or he comes to court and says, you know, he doesn't want it anymore, we'll bring you back here and we'll talk about it. But until and unless a court modifies it, it's full force and effect. And it's in full force and effect every place in the United States. We'll give you your paperwork outside in just a moment, okay? Good luck to you.
Momento. Buena suerte usted. Thank you.
If you feel that you or someone that you know is a victim of domestic violence, don't wait any longer. Pick up the phone now and call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. Protection Court is real court. Cases have been edited for time, but the outcomes have not been modified. Judges advise all parties that they may present evidence and object before it's admitted. Those with open criminal cases have the right to remain silent. Today on Protection Court.